Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we delve into the vast expanse of human experience, uncovering the hidden threads that weave our past into the present. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the annals of time, as we explore the captivating tale of the Battle of Octodurus. This pivotal event, though often overshadowed by more renowned conflicts, holds within it the essence of strategic brilliance, cultural clashes, and the indomitable human spirit. As we venture into the origins of this battle, let us first set our gaze upon the breathtaking landscape of the Rhone Valley, where the majestic Alps stand sentinel over the fertile plains. The gentle rustle of the wind through the trees, the soft lapping of the Rhone River against its banks, and the warm glow of the sun casting a golden light upon the valley, all serve as a poignant reminder of the natural beauty that has long characterized this region. It was here in the year 15 BC that the Roman Empire, under the leadership of Emperor Augustus, began to exert its influence over the Celtic tribes that inhabited the area. The Via Helvetica, a vital road that connected Italy to Gaul, passed directly through the territory of the Helvetii, making control of the region essential for Roman economic and military interests. The Romans, driven by a desire to secure their borders and expand their dominion, sought to establish a permanent presence in the region. To achieve this goal, they constructed a series of roads, bridges, and fortifications, including the fortress of Vallum, which would serve as a strategic stronghold for their military campaigns. Meanwhile, the Helvetii, a fierce and proud Celtic tribe, had long been resistant to foreign domination. Their rich cultural heritage, characterized by a deep connection to the land, a strong sense of community, and a vibrant tradition of storytelling and art, had been forged over centuries of struggle and perseverance. The Helvetii were determined to preserve their independence and way of life, even in the face of overwhelming Roman power. As the stage was set for the Battle of Octodurus, the Roman legions, led by the capable and experienced commander Titus Publius Quinctilius Varus, began to mobilize their forces in preparation for a decisive confrontation with the Celts. The fate of the region hung precariously in the balance, as the two armies clashed in a struggle that would determine the course of history. The historical context of this battle is further illuminated by the complex web of alliances and rivalries that existed between the various Celtic tribes and the Roman Empire. The Helvetii, for example, had long been allies of the Sequani, another powerful Celtic tribe, while the Romans had formed an alliance with the Aedui, a tribe that had long been loyal to Rome. As we delve deeper into the historical context of this battle, it becomes clear that the Romans were driven by a desire to secure the strategic trade routes that crisscrossed the region. The Via Helvetica, which passed through the territory of the Helvetii, was a vital artery of commerce and communication, connecting the Roman Empire to the rich resources and markets of Gaul. And so, as we conclude our exploration of the origins of the Battle of Octodurus, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a pivotal moment in history. The stage is set, the players are in position, and the fate of empires hangs in the balance. Join me, dear listeners, as we step into the midst of this epic confrontation and uncover the intricacies of a battle that would forever change the landscape of the ancient world. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our fascinating journey through the annals of time, exploring the captivating tale of the Battle of Octodurus. As we immerse ourselves in the heart of this pivotal event, we find ourselves in the midst of a maelstrom of clashing armies, strategic brilliance, and the indomitable human spirit. The battle raged on, with the Roman legions, led by Titus Publius Quinctilius Varus, employing their characteristic discipline and tactical acumen to outmaneuver the Celtic forces. The Helvetii, however, were not easily swayed, and their fierce warrior culture, coupled with their intimate knowledge of the terrain, allowed them to launch a series of daring counterattacks that pushed the Romans to their limits. One notable example of the Celts' cunning tactics was their use of guerrilla warfare, where small bands of warriors would harass Roman supply lines and communication networks, disrupting their ability to coordinate their efforts effectively. This tactic, though not new to the ancient world, was particularly effective in the rugged terrain of the Rhone Valley, where the Romans struggled to maintain a cohesive front. As the battle reached its climax, the Romans found themselves facing a formidable Celtic force, bolstered by the arrival of reinforcements from allied tribes. The Helvetii, sensing victory within their grasp, launched a final desperate assault on the Roman lines. However, the Romans, drawing upon their vast experience in warfare, held firm against the onslaught, and eventually the Celts began to falter. The turning point came when the Roman commander, Varus, ordered his troops to form a testudo or tortoise formation, which allowed them to advance steadily up the slope, shielding themselves from the hail of Celtic projectiles. As they closed in on the Celtic positions, the Romans unleashed a devastating barrage of pilum, their characteristic heavy javelins, which shattered the Celtic lines and sent their warriors reeling. The aftermath of the battle saw the Roman Empire emerge victorious, having secured a crucial foothold in the region. The Helvetii, though defeated, had earned the respect of their Roman adversaries, who recognized the ferocity and valor of their Celtic opponents. As the dust settled, the Romans began to consolidate their gains, establishing a permanent presence in the region and paving the way for the eventual incorporation of Gaul into the empire. As we reflect upon this pivotal moment in history, we are struck by the sheer scale of the Roman achievement. The Battle of Octodurus marked a significant milestone in the expansion of the Roman Empire, demonstrating the military prowess and strategic genius that would come to characterize Roman dominance over the ancient world. And so, as we conclude our exploration of the heart of the Battle of Octodurus, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new era, one in which the Roman Empire would continue to shape the destiny of Europe. The legacy of this battle would be felt for centuries to come, influencing the course of history and leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of the ancient world. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we conclude our journey through the annals of time and explore the decline and aftermath of the Battle of Octodurus. The Roman Empire's victory in 15 BC marked a significant milestone in the expansion of their dominion over Gaul, paving the way for the eventual incorporation of the region into the empire. In the years following the battle, the Romans consolidated their gains, establishing a permanent presence in the region and imposing their administrative systems on the conquered territories. The Celtic tribes, though defeated, continued to maintain a strong sense of identity and culture, which would eventually influence the development of Gallo-Roman civilization. The Roman historian Strabo noted that the Helvetii, despite their defeat, were granted a degree of autonomy by the Romans, allowing them to govern themselves in internal affairs. As the Roman Empire continued to expand, the legacy of the Battle of Octodurus played a significant role in shaping the fate of Gaul. The region became an important hub for trade and commerce, with the city of Lugdunum emerging as a major center of economic and cultural activity. The Romans also invested heavily in infrastructure development, building roads, bridges, and public buildings that would facilitate the growth of urban centers and promote the spread of Roman culture. Despite the many benefits brought by Roman rule, the Celtic tribes of Gaul continued to resist assimilation, maintaining their distinctive cultural practices and traditions. The Roman historian Tacitus noted that the Gauls were a fierce and proud people, who would not easily submit to the yoke of Roman domination. This tension between Roman and Celtic cultures would continue to shape the history of Gaul for centuries to come. The decline of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century AD marked a significant turning point in the history of Gaul. As the empire weakened, the region was overrun by various barbarian tribes, including the Franks, Visigoths, and Vandals. The legacy of the Battle of Octodurus, however, continued to endure, with the city of Lugdunum remaining an important center of trade and commerce. In conclusion, the Battle of Octodurus marked a pivotal moment in the history of Gaul, shaping the fate of the region and leaving a lasting legacy that would be felt for centuries to come. The Roman Empire's victory paved the way for the spread of Roman culture, but also sparked a complex and ongoing process of cultural exchange and resistance between Roman and Celtic traditions. As we reflect upon this fascinating chapter in history, we are reminded of the enduring power of human culture and the indelible mark that it leaves on the landscape of our world. As we bring our journey through the annals of time to a close, I would like to leave you with the words of the Roman historian Livy, who wrote that the study of history is the study of humanity itself. The story of Octodurus is a testament to this enduring truth, and I hope that it has inspired you to explore further the rich and fascinating tapestry of human history. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I bid you farewell. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.